welcome back. My name is Javier, and today we're going to be checking out a wet dry vacuum. The Turbo I Dust Extractor by Fein. Nobody likes working with dust. It's terrible. It makes you sneeze and causes all sorts of respiratory problems in the long run. And not only that, it's just plain messy. You know what I'm talking about if you work indoors with drywall and using saws such as table saws, miter saws, jigsaws, etc. Dust extractors are essential on the job site for keeping dust at a minimum. The Fein Turbo comes in two sizes. I have the Turbo I, which is a smaller version with a smaller capacity of 5.8 gallons of dry pickup, and the larger version, the Turbo II, has a capacity of 8.4 gallons of dry pickup. From what I can tell, both models are identical in design and features, and have the same performance except for the size. I haven't seen one in person, but the Turbo II looks to be taller, but not wider. Now let's talk about the performance of the Fein Turbo Dust Extractor. I got to test it out over at a rental property that has a carpeted front porch. The area is very windy and dusty, so naturally the carpet gets full of dirt and dust. Normally I would use my regular wet dry vac, and it does a great job, but it loses suction quickly because the filter gets clogged. The tank barely has anything in it, but yet I have to constantly stop to clean the filter. On the other hand, I tried this dust extractor vacuuming the same carpet, and I was able to complete the job without having to stop. Not only that, it never lost suction. The suction was strong from start to finish. One of the first things I noticed when I used this vacuum was how quiet it was compared to everything else I've used in the past. With other vacuums, I have to shut off the vacuum if I want to speak to someone because they're so loud, but this vacuum is quiet with a loudness rating of 67 decibels. It features a powerful 9-amp motor that's rated for a flow rate of 151 CFM and a static water lift of 98.4 inches, and it picks up items with ease. Here we have several items of suction to demonstrate its performance. The first set of items is joint compound. This was an easy test, but what I did notice that was impressive was that I didn't see any dust come out of the exhaust ports of the vacuum. The next test was picking up sawdust, which is a very common waste product around the job site, followed by a bunch of rubber spacers. And lastly, a bunch of screws and nails. So as you can see, it does a great job at sucking up dry items. The next test is water pickup. It has a powerful suction, and I have a feeling that it was very thirsty because it sucked up a large amount of water in no time. I noticed that there's some very interesting engineering built into this vacuum. It has electrical sensors that shut off the motor when wet vacuuming and the tank gets full. This prevents the filter from getting drenched. On my other wet dry vac, it uses a floating device that floats at the top, making a seal, and prevents water from going through the motor. This method works, but you end up with a drenched filter. On the Fein, your filter is nice and dry. You might end up with a couple of drops, but nothing major. On the front of the unit is a built-in power outlet with an auto start feature. When you plug in a tool such as a saw into the outlet and set it to the auto start feature on the vacuum will automatically start when the connected tool is plugged in. If that weren't cool enough, the vacuum features a delayed start to avoid current spikes that may set off circuit breakers. And once you turn your extra tool off, this vacuum keeps running for a few seconds, which helps at cleaning any remaining dust that's lingering, and then shuts off. One of the included accessories is an adapter that can be used with the Fein Multimaster. This neat little adapter has an airflow regulator that opens and closes. When closed, it gives your tool full suction, and you can open it to tone down the suction if it's too much. You can open it fully or anywhere in between to choose your level of suction. It has a very nice hose with a premium feel. It's very flexible, which is great at avoiding kinks, and is very long at 14 feet. Along with a 17.5 feet long power cord for some amazing range from the outlet. Along with the super long hose and the tool coupling adapter I showed you, it also comes with a cartridge filter and a fleece filter bag. That's all you get if you just buy the basic turbo vacuum. You can also buy the turbo set that includes 2 chrome-like metal extensions. These are very nice. I know they're just metal, but it's a nice touch compared to the usual plastic extensions. A crevice tool, a combination flooring attachment with brushes for dry use and pieces for wet vacuuming, a dusting brush, and an elbow to use all these extra attachments. It looks like all the attachments are 1¼ inch, so it's something to keep in mind when looking for additional attachments. It doesn't have a blower port to blow away dust, and it doesn't have a drain to empty fluids from the tank. I don't find this to be a big deal because the tank isn't that big, and it's very easy to pick up and spill the liquid. It has built-in storage for the accessories in the back and a spot at the bottom to rest a combination flooring attachment. On top, there's a recessed surface for storing small tools and accessories, and has a carrying handle. Both vacuums are easy to carry. The Turbo 1 comes in at 17.8 pounds and the Turbo 2 is 20.1 pounds. And the last feature is the smooth rolling casters at the bottom. They may look like regular casters, and they are, but they are extremely smooth when rolling around on the floor and spin freely in all directions, making the vacuum very easy to tug and follow along. And one of the casters has a brake in case you want to park the vacuum. So I hope you enjoyed my review. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with my latest videos, share this video with your friends and family, and comment. Let me know what you guys think of this Fein Turbo I Wet Dry Vacuum. Alright guys, thanks for watching.